It's so live. Being where I'm from, we don't got nothing to hide. It's so live. Being where I'm from, it's a part of me still. Being where I'm from, you just gotta be real. Being where I'm from, they let the smoke come in wicked. It's so fly. Being where I'm from, they let the smoke come in wicked. It's so live. Being where I'm from, we don't got nothing to hide. It's so right. Being where I'm from, it's a part of me still. Being where I'm from, you just gotta be real. Being where I'm from.
You know, Currents, Superior Meats, located on 116th Street, Rockaway Beach, Rockaway Park. Best meats in town. Don't go out to them Stop and Shops or mass-produced meats. Get your fresh meat and Superior Meats at Currents on 116th Street. Proud sponsor of Buck the System.
Come on out to the Bungalow Bar, located at 377 Beach 92nd Street in Rockaway Beach, New York. Located right on the corner of Beach 92nd Street and Beach Channel Drive. Come and enjoy our choice of dine-in service with beautiful views of Jamaica Bay and a breathtaking sunset view. Or enjoy our takeout service and no-contact delivery as well. Either way you decide to dine, you will be satisfied with our famous American-style cuisine, great drinks, and great service. Brought to you by IGC Hospitality, the staff at Bungalow Bar hope to see you real soon. Now, enjoy your scheduled program, Buck the System with Buck and Fox.
When the cameras aren't rolling and the spotlight is off, what are your favorite celebs really like? This is Buck the System, the podcast that peeks behind the curtain, under the covers, and brings you along as host Buck Gritano exposes real reality. We started with the captains of the smash hit TV show Wicked Tuna. How cool is that? And every time we buck the system, we have an awesome time doing it. So now, let's have some fun. You ready? Buckle up and let's go.
Beautiful, beautiful music by our special guest tonight. And I had to play that first because it gives so much more justice to this guest we have, man. We had a guy named Nick Johnson on, and this is a short story of it. But welcome, anybody. Buck Rotano.
Brian Fox.
That's his name, Brian Fox. We're here at you on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Been bringing everybody, different guests on from all types of walks of life. We had a guy, Nick Johnson, on about, I don't know, maybe show 49 or 50. And bumped into you by having that guest and finding you on the same name. And I was like, oh, Brian right, Brian? I said we're having Nick Johnson on. So Brian's like, okay, Nick Johnson. And
that was when we around the same time we got Elizabeth Lyons, and we were trying to check out all the information. I searched it on YouTube. I searched a few other places, but your picture came up and your music came up before his. So I watched that, and I'm like, this is the guy we're having on the show. I'm like, get out of here! This guy's sick, man. He's so freaking good. Just like I mean, like I was saying before, we spoke a little bit before the show. Like your music, it sounds like it just tells a story. Like there's just so much feeling behind it, and it has like a classical feel to it also. And awesome.
Ah, man. So I felt totally bad because I had it felt like I had to reach out to you, and I reached out to you, and right away, listen, boom, you were like, Nick Johnson, I'm down from Utah. So welcome to Buck the System, man, and thank you, man. Talented person, man. Talented guitarist, man. Oh, I got you on mute. That's my fault. There you go. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah. No, thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Nah, listen,
From
man.
New York to Utah.
Yeah, because I don't know too much about Utah. We were talking about the show before the show, the Utah Jazz, and I was like, BYU, Steve Young at BYU, but they have this talented guitar player with these long fingernails, which pops out on the video.
Totally.
Look at that, man. You can make some women out there jealous with them nails, man.
But then your other hand is it's manicured and cut down, right? Normal, yeah. That's funny.
Been playing guitar now. You're a talented guitar player. How long you been playing that instrument of yours right on your lap?
It's been 18 years now, so it's getting up there. Yeah, I started when I was 12 on electric guitar. I remember hearing Metallica and Led Zeppelin and all that typical guitar player stuff, and had to try to learn it, and had an older friend that he started learning guitar, and so then it became competitive, and I was like, I gotta be better than him, and so that started the whole thing.
I think you're better than him by now, man. I wonder how he's doing now, right? He's not ripping up them strings. Now, playing guitar, electric guitar, starting with electric, is that something that people usually do? Or because I took classes and I started with an acoustic.
Yeah, I didn't start with lessons though, so it was more. Luckily, the internet was around, so I could figure out how to play those songs.
Oh, you're dating yourself.
It was still before. It was still before YouTube, but
it was at the dial-up. It was the dial-up internet phase.
It absolutely was. I remember that.
Now you draw my attention because my best friend growing up has the red hair, the ginger look, man. So right off the bat, I see the beard, the mustache. Now I have to ask that question: how long you been growing that thing for, man?
Oh, dude, I started growing it right before my daughter was born, so it's been like 9 years almost.
Wow, 9
but
years.
I keep it trimmed up, but I haven't seen my face in 9 years. Yeah.
Wow, 9 years. That's pretty crazy.
It's because I look better with a beard. Like I can't go back because I know it's not going to be good.
Well, 9 years. I mean, I just keep like the little goatee growing because I'm lazy. But once it gets to a point where it gets that itch, I can't get to that point.
Oh, dude, yeah. I remember getting the itch, and if you just keep letting it grow, then it goes away.
Or you have a lady friend that doesn't like it, and then they're like, that's now if you met a lady, I don't know your dating situation and like that, but you meet somebody with that thing, they gotta like that thing, right? First, right?
Yeah. Luckily, she does. So.
That's it. Or she goes out the. No, I'm just joking. Get out of here, man. Yeah. Now, what's it like out in Utah, man? I mean, I'm from Queens. Like I always say to people out there, the Rockaway Beach Ramon song. That's my neighborhood. That's I relate. At least we can identify now. What's the scene like out there before the pandemic? I know everything's all screwed up now and everything, but what was it like, leading up to this nonsense?
I mean, for music and stuff, there's not a huge scene in Utah. Like the population's not really there for a big music scene. But I mean, I do all right now. I mean, I've played shows to 5 people before, but like over the years it's
Five,
built and
yeah,
built.
yeah.
Yeah, like I've been there. But no, it's been good. Even Utah hasn't been hit by COVID quite as hard as especially New York and everything. Like most of the places pretty much stayed open, and like we can still play shows, but it's like half capacity and stuff. So it still kind of sucks, but it hasn't been as bad as most places around. So, but yeah, the religious aspect of Utah, it's definitely there. Like the bar scenes aren't anything like Nashville or New York or LA, like it's definitely a different vibe. But Salt Lake City's kind of where the party people hang out, and then like
The
Provo,
bad, the
where
devil,
BYU is.
the devil
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Now I'm just joking about the devil, but
No, no,
but it's true. But it's true when you think about Utah, you do think the Mormons. I mean, you think Mormons. And even before the
yep,
show, I even asked you. I said, "Are you Mormon?" I don't know, And you're like, "No, I'm
yeah,
not. Whatever." You're like, "You're Mormon, like I'm Catholic. Maybe on the holidays." Well, but I'm just saying. But it is a big
yeah.
aspect of that. No, now is it important for like somebody like you to one day have to leave Utah, or you plan to stay at Utah?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like most of my music business is based around the internet, anyways. So like, plus I have a daughter in Utah, so that's like kind of why I'm here. But yeah, I don't know. People have always asked like, you should go to LA, man, you'd kill it out there. You should go to New York, you'd kill it there. And it's like, but do I really need to? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I
so
like
you know where
Utah a
you are.
lot, so it's like
Yeah,
I
you
don't feel
know
the
where
need
you are.
right now.
Yeah, you know where you are, where you stand and stuff like that. And I can appreciate that. If you feel comfortable where you are, you don't have to move nowhere. Now with the internet, you're right. You just play and boom, boom, boom on the internet and stuff like that, and you can
Yeah.
make but it doesn't. It's not. There's nothing wrong with stepping out of Utah to come for a week, hang out Rockaway Beach, and jam up.
Yeah.
Some local spots like
Forget it.
that.
He would enjoy. He'd enjoy Rockaway in the summer.
Long
Rockaway in the
Beach,
Yeah.
summer.
or I'm
And,
saying this is the East Coast. I mean, just for a week or two, you ain't
Yeah,
dipping
no.
out on there. You come out here for a week or two, hang out on the beach,
Yeah.
and then you go to the plate. I can see it, man. I can
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely
I'm
see
all
it.
about that. I'm all
Oh,
about that. Yeah. I was on the road full time before COVID hit. So like I was all over.
is it
But
tough? Is it tough booking? Being a soul, you're pretty much an instrumentalist. I don't know. How do you categorize yourself as like as
yeah, it's just
instrumental?
instrumental,
Is it hard to
acoustic.
book? Is it hard to book shows where there's no
It,
singing or
it
no like?
it used to be. But I don't know. It's all around like social media numbers now. So like when I had videos that popped off and did well, then the shows got easier to book, because more people would come out. Like it's all about how many people you can bring and finding that the right venue. It still sucks to book. Booking sucks, man.
So
It's a pain
give
in
me an
the ass.
example. Give me an example. We got Nick Johnson on Utah guitarist. Give me an example. You're gonna call in and try to book a place. How do you say to the guy, I play here, or do you say check out my YouTube, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's usually all email now. So I mean, if I'm looking to find venues, I'll just search acoustic venues in Kentucky, or whatever, and it usually brings them up, and you can find the booking agent on their website. I'll just hit them up and be like, "Yeah, I'm a solo artist. Here's all my social media. Here's my music, my most viewed videos, and whatever." Like, I work with a record label. Like, that's important to say because that's credibility, um, and yeah, yeah, it's pretty simple. They either say yes or no.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. What's some places you travel to? You said Kentucky. You been to Kentucky and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah. I've been solo. Yeah, I've been Arkansas, Wisconsin, all over the West Coast, from Portland to San Diego, and everything in between. I never did make it to the East Coast yet. I was yeah, I was trying to book that when COVID hit, and so yeah, I have a lot of friends and a lot of fans out there that want to see me on the East Coast, but it had to wait for a minute.
You know what? Soon enough.
Everything happens for a reason, though. You know,
For sure, yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yo, this guy rips it up, man. Can you give us a little bit of samples? Let people out there hear this, man. Let's give us some.
You want a full song or what?
You do whatever you want to do. Mix it up, throw it, blend, whatever you feel like. Light it up, man.
Yeah, we'll play a song real quick. This one's called Vice of Choice. It's the title track of my latest album. It came out on 4/20 on 2020 last year. So here we go.
What? Dude, man. Oh, lighten it up. You know, I didn't even want to get amazing, dude, man.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely amazing. I just want to be able to pick a guitar up like that, man, and start playing now, man. Like I had one of our listeners, and a bunch of them just jumped on. Bravo, Lisa, and we got who else? Let me see the things real quick, man. I'm sorry. I got Larry, who's always calling in. He said he listened to that great sound. I can listen to it all day. Smooth, nice, smooth song. That's from Steve Scott, and Bravo from Lisa, man. How could you? Can't say nothing, man. That was dope.
Thanks, guys.
He said that was dope.
We gotta get you to New York.
Dope.
Bottom line, we gotta get that. We gotta get that sound to New York, man.
Nice.
When you come to the East Coast, man, you let us know.
Let's do it, man.
You get him maybe like at one of these local places over here.
Get him up on the boardwalk with somebody. Have him jump in with someone that's playing. You know, that'd be great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fans. That'd be awesome.
Can't get enough.
I'm not afraid to go busking either.
It's great,
Street
man.
money, man. It's good.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Let's just break it out with the guitar and just open it up. Man.
Some of our sponsors alone would Wits, forget about it. He'd have a blast.
Oh, he would love it. Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, you do good here.
Oh, awesome. You know what? You get in like one of them subways with the echo. That must sound probably beautiful, man.
Oh, yeah.
There
The
was a
subway?
place that you worked for, Brian, right? What you did something for what was the rapper's name that you guys picked a place to play?
Oh well, we did Kanye West at the Oculus in Manhattan.
Oh, dude,
That was pretty
Oh.
awesome. Yeah, the sound that's on YouTube too. It's he was doing Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon.
Oh,
one
the
of those
sound
shows.
was
Oh, my God.
absolutely amazing. How about the other place out there with that? It's in like a canyon. I see a lot of people play
Red Rocks.
Red Rocks. That's
That's in Colorado.
Colorado,
Yeah,
yeah,
outside of Denver. But yeah, that place is crazy, man. I've never been there. Always wanted to.
Now that sound, do you play somewhere do you like want to pick a certain spot to play that where it would sound better, or it just doesn't really matter, man? It probably sounds good anyway. It sounds good here on the internet right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A nice guitar definitely helps with that. Yeah, I'm lucky to play some high-end guitars, and so that helps a lot. But yeah, I don't know. It venues, it's all the same. Just sound equipment. But
Have you ever been Have you ever been underground, like on a subway system or anything like that?
I've been on a subway, yeah.
Yeah,
but
so,
I've
like,
never played on one.
Yeah, the acoustics down there, man. Like in New York, I mean, that's another thing you go on YouTube and look for. There's so many talented people, man, that are playing on the trains, on the platforms, in the hallways, in everywhere in the subway system.
Yeah.
I mean, people that are just so talented. It's insane.
Yeah, I've seen so many videos, man. Too Many Zoos. You guys heard of those guys?
Yeah. No, I never heard of them. They're like
They play like trumpets and like saxophones, and they kill it, man. It's
Wow.
they get the party going. You'll have to check them out.
You're seeing some guys here right now that are popping up and writing on the comments and stuff like that. Playing out here, I'm telling you, man, it wouldn't be hard for me and Brian to get you some gigs to come out here, even if it was for a weekend. I'm being totally honest with you, man. You know, I'm happy we made this connection because I enjoy the music and I listen to the music. Actually, I don't want to say what I did because if I say what I did, then it's not the right thing to do when you have a guy on How I Got Your song. I don't want to tell you how I got it.
You got guys like Chris Long. You know, he does 240 shows a year when there's no COVID. You know, I mean, there's so much opportunity out here. And Rockaway, since Hurricane Sandy, Rockaway has become such a haven for just like, hipsters, old school, like, hippies, musicians, and
what's a hippie?
It's great. I mean, we have the concession stands on the boardwalk now where it's like, it's just awesome.
This town is definitely coming alive.
Yeah,
this
is
town
the place for a
has
musician.
definitely picked up with music wise, like
Yeah,
Brian's saying.
100%.
Oh yeah, this is you got to come out here and visit the
It's
hotel.
cool.
Whatever. We'll get involved in that anyway. Where can you find that song you just played? Because I have Steve Scott that wants to know where he can find your music, man. I'm gonna post it on the links and stuff after the show, but.
So the easiest place to find it's on YouTube. You can search Nick Johnson guitar. Usually it comes up. The tag is youtube.com/shred SHRED Nick NICK and then the number 11. Or you can search Vice of Choice Nick Johnson on anywhere, Spotify, Pandora, anything like that. It all comes up. But yeah. I'm on Facebook as well. All the social media, all the streaming platforms.
And you answer people back, man. I give you a lot of props on
try.
that. Yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, I mean, people I've hit up over. I mean, I do a podcast, so I at least, message hundreds of people a week. I mean, literally,
sure.
and get like 3 or 4 people to come back to me because they're like, "But you were right away," and we had a confusion of dates, and you helped us out to reschedule. No, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I had one guy come on, and I'm not gonna say no names, but he came on. He couldn't get the thing started on his mic, and he just took off and left. So whatever.
It happens.
It is what it is, man. So
Some people.
now the 11. What's the number 11? That's your lucky number.
No, like I created that YouTube account. I didn't think anybody would ever listen to my music, so I didn't care. So I just picked a random name that it like gave me.
And why'd you think that? Now, why'd you think that no one's gonna listen to your music when you're such a wonderful?
When I started that, I wasn't very good on acoustic guitar for sure. And it was just to like, I don't know, just put some videos out there. But it was like even before I started taking acoustic guitar seriously, and then I didn't even think to like put my brand name in it or anything. Like it was before that. So like, yeah. But looking back, I don't know. It is what it is. But
how many years ago was that you weren't that good? I went, hey, because you're really good now. So how long did it take?
Well, I mean, so like, yeah, I started playing electric when I was 12, and I played in bands in high school, and I was still playing electric in college. And then I started playing acoustic when I was like 20. And so that's 10 years ago now. So that's probably when I started that YouTube. And then I started taking it serious around 21. And then I started playing shows and putting out music at 23. And so that was even 7 years ago.
Now I got you.
Yeah.
In the beginning, because like the first podcast I did, I didn't share that many shares, man. I didn't. That's one thing I didn't do. So I totally get what you're talking about. Now we talked about before the show that you went to college to study music.
Yeah, for a little while, for 3 years. Yeah.
And how study music? How? Like
it was for guitar.
Okay.
They had a guitar class. Yeah. So, but I mean, it didn't. I wasn't learning what I wanted to learn. Like music theory and everything's all great to know, but I wanted to be on the road. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to do it, not just study it, And so, yeah, I quit that, joined a band, started touring the country. And,
okay.
That's actually the only time. I think that's the only time I've played in New York was with that band in Long Island, or Staten Island is what it was. Sorry. Staten Island.
One of the islands on the East Coast over here, yeah.
Well, not much going on.
One island you have your money in your back pocket, the other island you have to put it in your front pocket. I guess that's the difference. I don't. Just joking around. No, that's not like that. But not
Staten, Italy.
Yeah. He
I
said
just remember
the bridge cost. He goes, I go on the bridge and won like $20.
Oh,
It was like.
Dude,
Yeah.
That was nuts, man. One way, and you had to pay 20 to get back over it because it's the only bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it used to be you paid only one way to go, and the other way back was free on that one.
But you know what it is, Brian. You get a guy from Utah to come out here. It seemed like it was $100 probably each way. When you got to pull out.
Dude. Well, no, it was like I was 20 years old in a van with 4 other dudes getting like $20 a day per diem. So we're like, fuck, we can't even buy food now because there goes the.
Oh man!
Got to get across the stupid bridge
to go. Yeah. Any way you can go around? Can you go around?
It takes forever.
We asked them, we're like,
can
we go around? They're like, well, not really.
Not really,
now.
though. It'll still cost you money. It costs you just as much in gas.
No, but I saw one of the videos you had up, and you go to his YouTube channel. You see he's in Utah, and these streets are like as clean as can be,
pristine.
Man. I was like, he's crossing the street, and I can say like you can eat off the floor, man. I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah, that was Provo, Utah, where BYU is on a Sunday. So that town shuts down, and so we knew we could shoot a video there and have no problems. So
that's funny.
It worked out perfect.
Couldn't do that here, man.
But think about that.
I used to do the location stuff with the TV and film. We would stay out all night in like the streets of Manhattan, and like we'd set up beach chairs in the street and just sit there and wait and do security. And rats would literally run right under your legs.
I thought it was a cat. I thought it was a cat.
Didn't
and
care.
It was a rat. Cats the size of rats here.
Huge, tremendous.
Don't eat the Chinese food downtown, man.
Yeah.
So your nails done. That's the first thing I had to ask you. Where do you get your nails done? You like I get a manicured by a guy. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I go to the nail salon. I think his name is Dave.
Do you get half off? Do you get half off because you only do one hand?
Yes, I do. Yes.
That's awesome.
That was the first thing I said when I went in there. I'm like, I'm only getting one hand done. Like, can you give me a deal? He's like, yeah, okay.
One hand and 3 toes. They throw a couple toes. As you get older, the toes really keep your toes good, man. Because as you get older, I can't believe how ugly toes get, man. Damn, you live on the beach, you gotta have some decent toes. You know, and I'm burying my toes in the sand, man. You're hanging out with me. Look, Buck, why's your toes in the sand? Oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I get all kinds of crazy looks and comments from the nails. Like, it's always guys that are like, "What's up with the nails, man?" Like, I play guitar, and
totally
and they're
makes
like,
sense,
"Oh,
though,
okay."
man.
If you're not carrying a guitar with you, you have these long nails. I'm like, what's he
Oh, yeah.
scratch?
That's when you start getting the crook eye. And
I only
might be a vampire.
I only bite my nail. I bite my nails, but only my left. That's it.
The first ginger vampire.
That's it. Man.
No, I used to bite my nails, but I had to stop because of this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Can't
I
bite
bite
that.
this
Your
hand
tooth crack.
sometimes, but-
You bite that hand, your tooth will crack, man.
for real.
What are they charging you to do for a manicure one hand these days,
In
man?
Utah.
Yeah, in Utah.
$15, man.
For
15
really? So you talking about
Yeah,
$30
I guess that's
for?
about right.
I never got my nails done, man. I worked with a guy from Israel, right? Yeah, he's like one of them, what do you call the guys? What are they? Metrosexuals guys to get their nails done.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just cool. The eyebrows. He comes in, his eyes all red. He went to lunch, comes back, and his eyes all red. Like my daughter, like my 19-year-old daughter. I'm like, what happened? I got my eyebrows plucked. I'm like, but he's a man. He's kind of manly, but he's not.
It's cool, man.
Nails are nice, and he got like a French manicure and stuff like that. Do you ever get a French manicure on one hand?
Nah, man, just acrylic nails.
Just
They just put
acrylic.
the acrylic
Oh,
on.
that's why it's $15. It's acrylic.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
even
it's
think
probably
about
cheaper
that.
than a full manicure.
Okay,
yeah,
now you're on. We got Nick Johnson right here, Utah. You go on to YouTube.com or Spotify, put Nick Johnson in, and he plays the acoustic guitar as you heard before. You ever play live and have one of them nails break on you, man?
Yeah, I used to, because I used to use my real nails before the acrylics, and yeah, I'd break them all the time, and it was such a pain, like, because I didn't really know about acrylics or how to do it, and so yeah, I used to break them all the time. I used to play competitions a lot too, and every time, like the night before a competition, I'd break a nail. For
You
sure,
mean
it would
competition? What are you talking about? Like competition? What do you?
happen. They're guitar competitions like around the country.
Okay.
Specifically acoustic, like classical and
Oh, okay.
competitions like that. And so yeah, I've done quite a few of those, and the acrylic nails definitely ease the anxiety now. I don't have to worry about them breaking really.
Can you pick up a pick and play the same way as you play as plucking? What do you call that style of playing? Is that plucking or?
It's finger picking or finger style is
Okay.
common term for it. Yeah, finger style is a pretty common term for it. But yeah, like I said, I grew up playing electric, so I can play with a pick just fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to see you ever pick up a pick, man, because it's like it doesn't give you justice of you watching you play. I mean, you play if you're listening to it on Spotify, which you can find Nick on Spotify. You're not hearing the difference of the pick. I don't because I don't play any music, and I'm a good listener sometimes. All right. Is that okay? I don't want to say what that. It's a regular nicotine, guys. It's nicotine. We went through that before the show.
Sorry.
Because you said your record released on 420, so I didn't know what that. Over here, it's some real gangster out here. Like,
Yeah, I just
hip-hop
did
and-
it for fun. Yeah.
I know. I had to put you on the spot anyway. I had to put you on the spot.
It's a good day to release on.
Yeah, no, it is right. That is a good day to release on.
Great day to release on, man.
I'm trying to look
Yep.
for like different things. Like for me, I'm doing YouTube now. I'm trying to put the show. It's not live yet. We got to do some justice of getting 100 or 1,000 people to subscribe to be able to go live at whatever it is. So we were trying to establish us on YouTube, right? And then it asks you hashtags, and I'm like, I'm a 45-year-old guy. I don't know what the hip hashtags are for podcasts or shows or live streams. And they have this thing, a generator that generates hashtags. And then it's not really working, I guess, because no one's really looking at it. I got 67 subs, but we started a week ago, so I mean that's not that bad for 1 week.
That's
we'll
not
get it
bad.
up there.
That's
Yeah, we'll
not
get
bad
it
at
up
all.
there.
You know, but still, if you listen to when you go check out Nick Johnson on YouTube, right? Subscribe to him, and then you look up Buck the System podcast. There's a funny thing. There's a Buck the System something that comes up, right? And it's like the weirdest thing. I'm not that. I should look it up. It's like crazy. I gotta look it up. 1 second. Let me see real quick.
Yeah,
Give me one
you got to
second.
watch out for the other Nick Johnsons too. Just look for the red
There's a
beard.
metal. There's a metal Nick Johnson. Who's the metal Nick Johnson?
Oh, it's Nick Johnston with a T, I
with
believe.
a
Yeah.
T, like the Dallas
But-
Cowboys fullback. I got you.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
see
he's
that.
a good friend now, but there was a there was a time when like my videos started getting some traction and his were already huge, and his sponsors were like tagging me by accident in his like YouTube stuff and Facebook and everything. So he came to town and I ended up going to meet him, and I was like, hey man, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
He's
so
like,
funny.
and I was like, is this going to be a problem in the future? Because I hope not. And he's like, oh no, it's fine. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's good. But,
What do you have? Like a million subscribers or something like that? Or was it?
he has millions of views for sure.
Wow,
So,
that's
yeah,
my
he's pretty
thing,
big.
man. I get happy.
big
I
deal.
had like 29. One of the videos went like, I don't know, like 2,000. I was like, yeah, I got 2,000, but I have no subscribers. So I mean, like people actually watch something, and
that's
I'm
sick.
like, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I was like,
yeah.
wow. I look up my name, right? Oh, I can't find it here, but I look up my name, right, and it comes up. I put Buck the System podcast, Gucci Mane. I have no clue what that is, man. We're not that. We're a podcast. Buck the System Dexter. I have no clue what that is.
That's probably the name of a song from Gucci Mane.
Should I look at it? See
Dexter,
what it is?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I'm gonna hit it right now. Let's see if I can.
That's a rapper.
Is it?
No,
Oh my
Gucci Mane.
gosh! So if you accidentally, hold on, I gotta show you this. Let me get 1 second. Give me 1 second. You gotta see this thing. This is not. I don't think I'm gonna be able. Want to see if I can go right here. Okay, this is Gucci. I don't know if I can show him, man. He got 2 million videos. Yeah, you can definitely follow him. Whoever this guy Gucci Mane is, whatever. Damn, he got 2 million.
he's a
I
big
need one of
deal.
them. I don't think he'll be able to meet him up and him be happy with me probably tagging his subscribers with me. But accidentally, if you bump into this guy, you're looking up Gucci, whatever. Buck the System, man. You want to play something else, man? So, because I want to have you play, man. You
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
Don't
man,
want to hear
we
me
can play
talk.
some more.
All right, yeah, give me something.
Tag a bunch of people.
Yeah, let me tune up. This one, this is a song I wrote about being a ginger.
So this goes out to my friend, Brad Polisi. My friend Brad Polisi. He's a ginger for life, right? Stick together.
All
You guys
the gingers out there. Yeah, we got to stick together. So,
there you go.
yeah, this is also a blues song. For any of you guys that like the blues out there. But,
For the ginger.
Yeah.
This is going out to the Ginger Nation.
yeah, this one's called the No Soul Blues. It goes like this.
absolutely amazing. I actually put myself on mute because I didn't want anybody else to hear my nonsense over here, man. Oh. I can listen to it all night. One song I want to ask you about. Maybe you know it.
Yeah.
Lake of Fire. You know that one? You play that?
Lake of Fire.
Yeah, Nirvana. Nirvana remade it? No,
Nirvana?
I doubt it. Where the bad folks go when they die, they don't go to heaven where the... you never know.
Yeah.
Like, right. The next time. The next time I'll have you do it.
I remember that song, but I couldn't. I don't remember.
The female cats are screaming back now after I sing, man. Oh, Jesus. But I always liked music. That's why I liked listening to hardcore music, man. Because it was that, like, you didn't have to have a good singing voice. It was like you just come out with something and you just scream it, and you get my friend had a guitar distortion pedal that he used to plug into the microphone, and he used to play around with that, and it made me sound like so good, and I was like, wow, this is great. I thought I was that. What was that? There was one band that played industrial music, and I may get them wrong. Not Ministry, or something like that. They were like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like
Ministry was one.
That's one. They had one album. I had one tape. You'll figure. And like, it was like that, like, yeah, I remember that kind of music. I was like, yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Fear Factor was another one, right? Fear Factor was another band. Factor. When I first heard them, I'm like, wow. And then Simple Torah was the other one with the Bloody Roots.
Oh, man, I've been getting into them lately. They have a new drummer that's super sick. Sepultura. Yeah. Their new drummer is amazing, man.
I love you know what it is? I'm just a fan. But I always was fascinated by the double bass on the drums. Like,
it's super cool.
I loved it. I loved it, man. I'm getting you down there. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get you down to Rockaway Beach. Everybody out there, this is Nick Johnson from Utah, the Mormon state of Utah. But he's not Mormon anyway, but I had to bring it up anyway. His favorite athlete is Karl Malone, the mailman.
Whoa.
John Stockton.
No.
I mean, or that guy Brian Russell. We were talking about before. Remember?
Brian Russell. That was his name.
Crossover. Michael Jordan, the great one. Step back.
Dude,
I think he had the flu that night. I don't think he had the flu, but he said he had the flu that night because it made it like
of course.
the flu.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. Both of us have stories about Michael Jordan. He beat your Utah Jazz back in
97, I believe.
97. Oh, you're right on top of it.
Yeah.
So 97, right? He beat the shit out of my New York Knicks from before that until
all
then.
All the time.
The Knicks were up 2-0. They were up 2-0. I never forget it, man. The Knicks were up 2-0, and Michael Jordan went to Atlantic City all night gambling because you know how Michael Jordan loved to gamble. We said, like he's really like a gambler. So I was like, we got this shit locked. Who else is gonna go and be in the paper? Right? They're going to be in the paper for this negative thing. We're up 2-0 in the series. They wound up winning 4 straight games. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Well, the Knicks are getting better now.
That's ruthless, man.
I've never cursed so much in my life during that series.
It's kind of better because we're seeing the Knicks come back, and now they're like a 500 team, but we're talking
They're
about...
doing good this year, aren't they?
Good enough where somebody in Utah knows that the Knicks are playing, at least. So they're doing all right, okay? We're like above the 500 level, like kind of, you know. Basketball, I love basketball because I coach the kids and stuff like that. Basketball is my thing. Like, I mean, now because I can't play nothing anyway, so I can coach that. But going through that with the Knicks, now you go with Utah Jazz, and you were talking about before, how big, what are the Utah Jazz out in Utah?
It's like the only sports team we really have. Like it's the Jazz, and then there's the University of Utah, the Utes, and then BYU. That's like the 3 big ones.
There was the one guy, right? Rick Majerus was the coach. Rick for Utah one time back in basketball team.
Yeah, one that was. The basketball coach.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Utah's basketball team and BYU's have both been good. The football rivalry there is pretty good. That's a good one.
What's that? It's called what's the football one? How does that work out there? Because I like to know the demographic in sports.
So it's called they call it the Holy Wars, and so it's the University of Utah versus BYU, and usually they play once a year, and it gets pretty rowdy because like all the Utah fans are all tailgating and partying and drinking, and then the BYU fans show up and it's all like straight laced, but they're ruthless, just trash talking each other. Like it's pretty gnarly.
Now, which one are you now? Who are you rooting for at that team?
Utah all the time. Yeah,
Okay,
always
Utah. All right, sure. I know there was some Utah players to go on in like the NFL and stuff like that. I know over the years, I mean, some full. It's always like a fullback, a nice big, fullback.
Alex Smith, he was a big one.
That's right, number 1 pick overall. That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, 05, I think, something like that.
And that's hard to believe. That's a guy. Honestly, you look at his career, and everywhere he went. In the beginning, he kind of, he was like, it took a little time, but he was to 49. It was the 49 he was drafted by, I think, right?
Yeah,
then all of a sudden he got better, right? And he was like, next thing you know, he's bounced to another team. And then he takes that team to the playoffs and seems to be a solid quarterback, but not that, like, number. I don't know, I can't explain it to you.
Yeah, he kept getting hurt, man. Like recently with Washington or whatever. I know he just kept getting hurt because he was killing it with those guys.
Because he had a spleen or something, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
he could have.
Yeah,
he could have been, or leg. It was leg. I think it was the leg injury. He could have like really bad. They were like blood clotting and stuff like that. And then they didn't think he was going to be able to play again. I'm like, and I'll tell you, man, them guys. And when you're a first round pick and you made millions of dollars, that guy, he wasn't the superstar Pro Bowler, but he still like Drew Brees. He goes out. He could have died on the football field, but he decided to come back and play. I'm like, what's wrong with these guys, man? Oh.
They got passion for it, I guess.
That's what we need. We need to get you signed for $1 million for one of them record labels and stuff like that. Now, genre of music, you consider yourself to be rock and roll? Like, that's what...
Yeah, I kind of... Well, I mean, it's acoustic, but I definitely have the rock and roll, like, aspect to it. And that comes from me playing in rock bands growing up, like... And I used to play really pretty songs, and I still do every once in a while. I'll write one, but I played a lot of bars in Utah and bars all across the United States. And so you learn really quick that the pretty songs, they're not for the bars. Like you're going to get a lot of hecklers doing that. And so I learned how to write 4 on the floor, use grooves and all that, and add rock and roll and metal aspects. And that goes over a lot better.
That jazz.
In a live setting.
You could feel. I'm not a jazz guy. I'm not a Muddy Water, whatever you get. I couldn't tell you, but I felt the jazz in that last song you played, man. You just felt it.
Tells a story, man.
Yeah.
Everything he plays, it's like there's words to it,
Yeah, that's the idea. That's how I view it. Like that's how I see music. Like I enjoy singing. I enjoy writing lyrics as well. But like, I don't know. There's something about writing instrumental music that says a whole lot more than like just words can, because you can only write so many songs about a girl,
It's true. Because you're trying to think of stuff that relates to everybody, I guess, in music. And because people want to have that, the feeling of the music, and girls, I guess, is one that's going to hit the guy. But what do you sing for guys? I mean, girls. You sing the opposite. You sing for guys. I don't know. The love music. I'm thinking, like, what are you thinking, like, when you're saying love music? I don't know, like, because I don't know. What kind of love music you mean? Like a ballad, like rock ballad type acoustic song?
Yeah. It was just an overall generality. It's like I don't know.
Listen, all right. So it's Friday night, right? You're single. All right, you go out, you bring home, girl, and she says, "Oh my God, you play the guitar?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna knock her off her feet right now."
What would you play?
What do you play for her? Let's hear it.
Give us a bar.
What do I? Ooh,
it's hot, really hot.
Putting you on the spot.
Utah. She was a Utah cheerleader.
Yeah.
Now she's with the Jazz.
No, one of the only things guitar playing's ever got me is smoking hot girlfriends. So
that's great.
We did all right. I'd probably play like.
Hashtag moist.
You gotta have the groove.
That's it, brother. That's it. The head.
Hashtag moist.
That's it, brother. Oh man.
Yeah, you
Who's
gotta
going
have the
home with
groove,
Nick Johnson
little sexy
tonight?
chords.
I don't know. Somebody is, but I don't know. I'm just joking. That's awesome, man. That's some awesome. You know, it's a talent that it's. Like, do you get bored of playing guitar at all? 'Cause-
Sometimes I guess, like if I have to practice, then I get really bored really fast, you know. But as far as like writing and playing shows and stuff, like nah, that's what I enjoy doing, you know. Like
that's the
I
adrenaline, man.
yeah, I love writing. Like that's my favorite thing in the world. Like the rush I get from writing music and writing something I think is cool. That's like the aha moment, and that's the best feeling. And then you get to play it live, and when the audience connects, that's where the adrenaline comes in, and that's when it's a drug, you know. Like you can't get enough.
Dave. All right, Dave is finally in the house. We have one of our favorite listeners. His name is Dave. He's actually my 12-year-old son. So,
Yeah. Dave.
yes, Dave. Baba Booey. All right, Baba Booey. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Go to bed. He's in front, so I can't go to bed, man. That's awesome. Now, what's the longest you ever went without playing the guitar? Like,
I hurt my hands a few years ago.
that was that
and
ball fight, right? Outside of Utah or whatever, throwing them haymakers.
No,
right?
actually, no. What happened was
Right, it was the Holy Wars.
Holy Wars. That's the next Avengers, by the way. The Holy
Yeah,
Wars.
no, I was playing in Park City, and it was like a street performing gig during like the Sundance Film Festival, and it was -1 degrees outside, and they had like a little heater for me, and I was like, oh God, well, I'm getting paid, so I got to do it, you know. And I played it, and my hands ended up getting swelled up and everything, and I guess I got really bad tendonitis. I had to go to the hand specialist and orthopedic surgeon, and yeah, he was like, just don't play guitar for like a month, like don't do it. And so yeah, I just couldn't play for like a month, but that's not even
tough, dude. Right? For a guy
it wasn't
like you.
it wasn't that bad. It
No?
wasn't that
Okay.
bad. A break from time to time is pretty good.
I think if I hurt my lip or my tooth or whatever, and I couldn't talk to nobody for a month, I'd be a very upset guy, man. Because I like talking to guys like you. I can't play guitar, so I mean, you didn't get it. You should have got one of them pocket warmers, you know, like the thing you ripping on, put you and the pouch, the quarterback pouch that you could just put behind you after you're gonna play. I can see.
Yeah, I remember like my hands went numb, so I was like, oh, whatever, it's fine.
So
like,
-1 degrees. You're in Utah and you're playing a film festival outside. A film festival.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
You guys are tough out there, man. You guys are tough.
That's
dude.
gritty, man. That's gritty.
We don't
The
do nothing.
Sundance- Yeah, the Sundance Film Festival is like world famous. It's when all the celebrities are there and shit. Like, and so yeah, the streets are packed full of
Somebody
people.
just
So
got
like,
body slammed upstairs, man.
but so yeah, like if you get to play on the street during Sundance, you can make serious money. Like, and so that's
okay.
it's like, well, I got to do this, you know, because I got the opportunity, and ended up messing up my hands because of it. But they're all right now, so it doesn't matter.
That's awesome. I think the opportunities you can't pass up. Them kind of opportunities, man. Right? Oh. I wouldn't
Trying to
pass
pay
up
these
either.
bills, man.
That's it. That's it. You should be. I got me eating candy, man. I'm sorry, I want to talk with candy in my mouth. What's good candy? Nerds. I like nerds. They're very good.
Nerds are good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's why my teeth are falling out. But I just dig with the candy.
Right.
Man, I think people want you to play. Play some more music. Give us one more song.
Play
man.
some more
yeah,
music.
give us something else.
Oh, man.
Because we go about an hour long. We'll let you play out. And we'll definitely have you back. Nick Johnson, before you start, Nick Johnson on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Nick Johnson. I mean,
TikTok.
Really? You are a TikTok? Okay. I haven't
I just put my guitar videos up there, and they do pretty well. So I'm a TikToker. I guess.
A TikToker. If you see a guy with the ginger beard and ginger hair, that is Nick Johnson, and he's picking the guitar. So if you find them, just look for that, man. You can't this beautiful face right here.
One sharp hand.
Yeah. One sharp hand, $15. You pay 50%
Half
off.
price.
Half.
Yeah, that should be the name of your
I
next.
want half, Eddie.
That should be the name of your next song. One sharp hand.
Well, half
One
price.
sharp hand.
One
Not bad
sharp hand.
idea.
It's not a bad one,
idea.
right? See?
That's good.
Yeah.
Better than me with them kind of things.
There you go.
Here he is. Nick Johnson gonna play, and then we'll definitely have you back on. We'll keep in touch with you, and my goal is to get you in. What's his TikTok ID? What's your TikTok ID?
So my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is Nick Red Shred. All one word. So
Flash.
yeah.
The Ginger King was taken.
Ginger King.
I had a girl call me that one time.
Really?
Yep. Ginger King.
Really? Wow. All right. So here's Nick Johnson. He's gonna play us out. We'll play you out tonight. Here it is, Nick Johnson. Everybody. Thank you so much. We're up now. Nick, I'll keep in touch with you, brother. All right. Just
Thanks for having
stay
me.
on after you play off. All right. All right. Here it
Okay,
is.
cool.
Here's Nick Johnson. You want to see my?
So yeah, since I'm in this tuning, I'll try one that I've been working on. This is a cover. As I said, I'm a metal fan, and this is my take of a famous metal song on acoustic guitar. So this is "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest.
Nice. Here is Nick Johnson. Everybody, quiet down, Buckshot.
Oh, I messed up.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. I don't even want to say it, but sorry.
There we go. Thank you for having me. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. That's Nick Johnson, man. Thank you, Nick.
Of course.
All right, brother. Everybody out there, thank you for listening to Buck the System. Nick Johnson, Spotify, Redhead, Ginger. Look for him. You see that face right there? You will find him on every platform. Nick Johnson out. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Buck the System. Next time, Buck Gritano will do it all again, and we hope you'll join us for the ride. In the meantime, you can reach out to us at buckthesystempodcast@gmail.com with questions, comments, suggestions. We'd love to hear from you. Our email address again is buckthesystempodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next time on Buck the System.